This episode is delivered and presented by runners for runners and is for your easy pace runs. Welcome to Runversation, a conversational pace running podcast and a movement for everyday runners. Hi, I'm Rochelle, and this is my co-host, Kate. And hello to you, the runners tuning in.
Hi, Rochelle. How are you?
Good, and welcome to Runversation, your conversational pace podcast for your easy running journey.
We are laughing right now because we've got a special... Are we going to call this a special episode?
I think so.
yeah.
Or like purchase of the week.
Purchase of the month, my friend.
Yeah.
Look at me.
We have shopped like billionaires and gone onto the Temu app to review some products that we've seen and have had caught our eye of late.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to buy each other an outfit and then pick some things ourselves. The reason I'm sitting here right now without shoes on is because in true Temu style, my shoes didn't arrive. But I also wanted to, because I know we start every podcast with a what did you see on your run?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't want to add mine in because I feel like this goes in the theme of Temu very well.
Go.
And like something was attempted and it didn't work out. Now, this was not this week, okay? So this was a previous run this year, though. It was this year. But I was looking at photos this week and it came up. So I was running in Seychelles and the whole island, let's be fair. You're running next to the beach. So, like, literally, I'm talking years in a row, the world's best beaches have been in Seychelles.
Yeah.
Voted in Seychelles. And so I'm running along one of them and there's a few, beautiful houses that are literally looking out over the beach. And so I'm running, beach to the right of me, I'm looking on the left and I'm like, that's a weird house. Like, what a stupid design. And I'm like, because, usually the houses that are facing the beach have balconies and front windows and everything.
Yeah.
And this house, it's just like a wall with a couple of small, tiny windows.
Oh.
And that's facing the beach. And I'm like, why would you do that? You have prime land front.
Yeah.
And that looks like the back of a house. Like, why would you do that? I get home and I've talked to Nick's parents, my husband's parents, and they're like, oh, yeah, funny story. This is from foreigners who'd bought land, got a house built, and it was built backwards, back to front.
That is
So they didn't know because they were living overseas. They came to see their house. So the balcony and the front is facing in towards a mountain. And the back of the house, so it's like the toilet window and the laundry window is facing the panoramic.
Oh, what a
pristine.
fail.
And it was all built. So now these people are in this house facing the wrong way. So you get your ocean view through the toilet window.
Oh, no.
I have a photo of it. I'm going to have to
That's
share it
hilarious.
because it's so funny. It's one of the funniest things, and every time I would run past it, I would just be like, oh, what a fail.
But that is definitely like buyers beware.
Definitely.
And I
yes.
think that's what is also occurring with Temu purchases.
Definitely. I mean, I feel like we don't look too bad right now.
The quality of the t-shirts are definitely there. Like, I would buy a t-shirt again knowing that it's not going to necessarily be like a $60 t-shirt.
Yeah.
But for shits and gigs, it's
pretty good.
yeah. So mine's like a little deadlift.
And it's a skeleton.
I could wear this
with
for
a
Halloween.
barbell. Stop it, you can. And I
Yes.
feel like, you're a small frame lifting heavy weight, so I feel
Yeah.
like the deadlift is twofold for you. It kind of represents you, and then dead, because the person is dead,
Dead.
obviously it's a skeleton
And then
lifting the
lifting.
barbell. And so
It's
I would give that like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, and the quality of the fabric is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. And yours is?
Mine is gym and tonic. And oh my god, look, it's got gym and tonic.
Oh, Temu fail. We didn't even pick that up until we started.
Look at that. It's got 2 hands.
Oh.
So for anyone listening, it says gym and then it's got the single and then it's got the word and gym and tonic. No, it should be double gin and gym, not extra tonic. But yeah, so that's what...
That is a Temu fail.
That is a massive Temu fail.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. We have to let them know that the product is faulty and you need to get a refund.
That is pretty bad. But you know what? I put it on the last 10 minutes and didn't notice
We didn't notice until you actually just read it. We just thought it was gin and tonic. Gin and tonic.
That is, so that's pretty bad. But
It's you again, no shoes, and now your shirt is like just even the grammar is wrong.
It's bad. But what is worse is underneath the shirt, and I accept full responsibility for this because we had to find each other a bad outfit, and I found Rochelle a bad outfit, but I felt like I couldn't leave her with the bad outfit herself, so I bought myself the bad outfit, and the outfit is bad. Okay, we're going shirts off. It's underneath the reveal. Standing on.
I'll just take my shirt off. Yeah. Stand up.
Oh, this leaves nothing to the imagination. Stand up, or Rochelle, you go first.
I don't even have abs in this.
So for listeners, Rochelle has the scrunch bum onesie on.
Yep.
It is a good thing you have a sports bra on underneath.
Temu purchased by you.
Yes, I did buy this one. I got you the sexy one. It's quite short in the legs.
It's very short.
I'm not looking at that area, but it seems like you have a stitched in extra bit of padding there.
I didn't even notice that when I put it on. But yes, there is a little bit of padding there. Oh my goodness.
Maybe it's for a spin bike. Please don't wear that.
I don't know if these would be appropriate for that class.
And it's got the real scrunch at the back.
A little nice twist.
Yeah, the twist top.
And now the bra.
And the bra. Yeah, how is the bra?
I had to leave my bra on underneath because it is quite short. So it doesn't actually cover what it's supposed to.
So overall, is this a fail or a pass?
Look, I would probably wear the onesie at home in summer when nobody is around. So maybe like a 6 out of 10. The sports bra is definitely going back or being donated to charity. So look, overall outfit, I'm going to say 5 out of 10.
Love it.
What about you? Let's have you stand up now and show everybody what you've got on.
Okay, yeah, but girls when they wear these sports onesies look all cute and like bootylicious, and I look like a wrestler. I'm not a good looking one.
An American sports wrestler.
I look like a huge wrestler that's it's doing a whole lot of noise for me. There's no shape. There's no shape. Yours has at least the scrunch bun, which I never thought I'd be jealous of. But look at this.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's kind of loose in the wrong places, and it's very non-shapey, boxy. And yeah, look, it's not happening for me. But look, that's okay. My sports bra, also from Temu. Surprisingly a little bit more support. Keeping in mind I don't have a lot there, but the straps are digging in, man. Like, I'm going to get
chopped up.
Real chopped up. I look like a wrestler cross Christmas ham.
The turkey with the wrapping.
That's what I look like a wrestler on Thanksgiving who's about to be put in the oven. And I don't think any woman wants to feel like that.
Look, I just feel very insecure.
Yeah, I must. Yeah, like this YouTube upload is gonna, that is my dignity online. So I'm not sure I'm happy about it.
So never trust a friend to buy you an outfit off Temu. Is my advice.
That's even Bo barking, saying, "Guys, I don't approve. He's not here for it." So
he's not here.
Yeah, that was a bit of a fail. Now we've got one more outfit though that we are going to try on. This one was a little bit more of like a proper take on could you get good sports clothes from Temu.
Correct.
So we're going to slip these on, okay, and we'll report back in a minute. Hang on there.
Reporting back, we've quickly done a change of clothes, and Kate, what do you think of your outfit?
Well, do you know what? I think you've done it right here, Rochelle. So the top, look, it's not the most flattering, but it is very light. Like this material could definitely run in.
Yeah.
The sports bra I've put over the top of the other sports bra as well because, let's be real, that one didn't do much. And it feels
supportive.
Yeah. The shorts, surprisingly okay. My only couple of little digs with them is, look at this stitching. There's a bit of fabric popping through.
Wouldn't trust it.
And they're a little bit stretched over my leg, going for the ham effect again. And the white in the back, so it looks like
Yeah.
I'm not sure that
there's
would
a
be
bit-
squat proof.
They looked a bit overstretched.
Yes.
But they're still loose on you.
But-
they're not
Yes.
super tight.
That's what's confusing. They look like they're too tight, but they're actually not. So,
And your
with that
shirt
stitching's
says
coming
run
on.
it on the back. It's got a little
Yes.
run it feature.
There you go. So, I overall, I'm going to give this outfit well, look, the material, I'd give the material an 8 out of 10. The colour, 8 out of 10. It's fluoro pink. Love it.
Yep.
Okay.
I thought that was you. I was between an orange top and the fluoro pink.
Can't go wrong with either of
No.
those. The shorts, they're going down, unfortunately, in my list. At first I put them on, I was like, oh, and now I'm like, nah. They're probably a 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, talk me through yours. I
Okay.
like your top.
Very similar outfit. Again, I have some short shorts. However, the extra small is probably not true to size, as the comments said. It is probably more of a 10 to 12 scenario. Not a fan of the elastic waist. So
Are we calling that an elastic waist? I think
Well,
that's an extra bit of fabric that
is.
looks like it's meant
So
to be.
they've got a big chunk of fabric with a tiny little, I don't know if you can see this,
Oh.
a tiny little bit of elastic to hold them up.
Oh, okay. For those listeners, I'm talking, this bit of elastic looks like it's about 1 millimetre thick.
Yeah, it is definitely not doing a lot. I didn't get pockets like you did,
Oh.
and I've got a lot of bunching on the front, but I mean comfortable.
I like the design.
My stitching's not too bad. There was a little bit of a thread at the front, but that could be cut off. Look, I feel like if you were on a budget, it would be an okay purchase.
Solution,
So
yeah.
it's similar sports bra to what you've got on, just a different colour. Yeah, I'd wear it to the gym underneath something. And
Yeah.
my shirt, look, it's simple, a little bit of
Yes.
detailing.
Very inoffensive.
I wouldn't purchase it again.
So overall, I think the take home is you get what you pay for.
Yeah, definitely. But my
The
shoes.
shoes.
So I'm not sure you can see this in camera. So what I might do is take one of my shoes off. I did get matching socks for my shoes, and the socks surprisingly are a really good fit.
Your socks look good.
They're a nice shade of blue, turquoisey blue, and they fit really well. So they're definitely true to size. So far, this is the only thing that's true to size. Now, carbon fibre shoes.
Ooh, are we calling those carbon fibre? That's definitely not carbon fibre.
I think that's a plastic. Look, the blown rubber outer sole, the tread is definitely up there with other brands that I've seen. Now,
For now.
I feel like this is supposed to be a TPU based foam. It does kind of bounce back when I squish my fingers into it, which makes me think that it could be a slightly cheaper version of that. The upper is very breathable. You can see through there. So
Yeah.
in terms of breathability, they're good. Looks,
Oh, it looks good.
I think like
That's
the
a pretty good looking
aesthetics
shoe.
of the shoe is quite nice. Size though, I would not recommend going true to size. These are slightly on the bigger side. So these are a 39, which is equivalent to a US 8.
Yeah.
And I have a good
Oh, yeah.
thumb width or so. So I feel like they're on the bigger side. Now the brand, according to the tag, is called New Fashion. Running 3.0 on the side.
It has got 6 times
6
at the
times
back.
at the back.
What do you think 6 times what? 6 times run speed? 6 times ground reaction force because they don't have any cushioning? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, look. I don't know. But I'm impressed with the blown rubber outer sole. That is a lot of tread.
And it says running 3.0. Is that what it says on the side?
Yeah, so I'm confused by the 3.0 and the 6.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Look, if you were on a budget and you just needed a pair of shoes to get you through a tough time, this would be a good purchase. They were originally $20-something when I put them in my cart, but I did leave them in my cart for a few days because I wanted to like really look at the shoes, and they got down to $8 while they were in my cart.
No way.
So definitely a solid purchase.
Well, I mean, that's it, isn't it? You can't complain.
They are laced back to front, which makes me feel like they're more of a lifestyle shoe, not necessarily a running shoe, but that's an easy fix. Now, Kate, you're going to be really impressed with one more thing that I did purchase.
Oh, no.
I'm talking about leaving things in my cart. Now, what does this look like to you?
A drink bottle.
Any particular brand?
I'm going to say a Yeti drink bottle.
So this is my 1 cent
Hey?
Yeti drink bottle that
1 cent?
left in my cart, unpurchased, for about 6 months. Originally, it was in the $20s dollar range, and I just couldn't justify spending $20 on a fake Yeti, so I just left it in my cart. Now, I have purchased many Yetis that are real, and so I had a sticker at home. And so now when I'm at training and I need to leave my water bottle somewhere, I feel very comfortable leaving my Yeti out in public, because if it gets stolen, the person is going to be very disappointed to find out that it's not a real Yeti.
I'm lost.
So tips for shopping on Temu.
1, don't. No, I'm kidding.
1, don't. No, leave items in your cart because they become very discounted. My shoes were in there for probably a week before I purchased them, and they went down significantly, and this was a 6-month trial to 1 cent.
I reckon my other things that I ordered are still sitting in the cart because they don't arrive. My shoes. I love it. Well, there you go, everybody. There's an honest Temu review.
Yes.
Not sponsored. No, I'm kidding. Obviously not.
Clearly not.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
I mean, I just love their slogan, like, shop like a billionaire.
I don't feel like a billionaire right now.
No.
I feel more like a ham and a wrestler than a billionaire, but that's fine. Do you know what? This reminds me, actually. Oh, I don't have it on anymore. Thank goodness. But my one piece reminds me when I used to do rowing. My zoot suit.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I knew it was bringing back PTSD.
Memories.
And mine was navy. Oh, yes. I'm going to get rid of that one. If anyone would like it,
Yep.
it is yours.
So, yeah, overall, I think I'll keep the socks, maybe the blue sports bra, and donate the rest.
Yeah.
Either to charity, or if anybody puts their hands up for it.
Yes.
You know, you can pay for the postage.
Yeah.
And I'll ship it your way.
Love it. Love it. Now, Michelle, we were going to have a little chat today, just a nice, brief kind of more summary today about recovery.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's something that people overcomplicate often, because nothing that's not on anyone. So I'm going to put my gym and tonic shirt back on because I'm a little bit chilly. Because I feel like there's so much stuff out there that's advertised to runners about speeding up their recovery, and they're easy things for people to do, so they will buy them because it promises all these things about recovery.
Yes.
Just going to put this on because I know you're jealous of my shirt. And I wanted to go over some of these with you and just like what runners should be doing to optimally recover. So what's your thoughts on the topic?
I think recovery is very good at a very basic level.
Yeah.
When you start to get too technical, you can add too much that's not necessarily needed.
Yeah.
One tool that I really love is those massage guns.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's something that everybody has access to, and they can give you a recovery outcome that not everybody can afford if they can't afford to get like a massage from a therapist or a physio.
Yeah.
Or just keeping on top of little niggles.
Yeah.
Ice baths, I've purchased one. Now that we've got one, I feel like that's just a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's super interesting you say that. I like the massage guns and obviously massage and needling, and that's so easy for me because I can needle and massage my own legs, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone has
Can do
access to that, like you said, and it's an expense. And to be fair, a lot of the research to support it isn't necessarily there, but I still do it because I still feel really good after. The massage guns, I like them because they just make you sit down.
Yeah.
Like they make you actually recover. Like despite even what they do, which is really just more like neuromodulation than anything else, but they do force you to just sit down and chill out for a little bit, because most people use it while watching TV or just sitting and chilling. And that's why I feel like it's half massage gun, but it's half just you're chilling out, which is really good. But yeah, with the ice bath side of things, it's actually like using ice baths chronically, so like using them often for longer periods, like months, can be detrimental to recovery, because you actually want inflammation. Inflammation isn't a bad thing. Inflammation is a good thing. Chronic inflammation, where it's not warranted, is a bad thing. But you want these adaptations to happen, and having ice baths can be really good to cool down after hot sessions, but you don't want it straight away because it blunts that inflammation process. So, and getting the protocol right and the timing right, and then the logistics of doing it, I'm not sure I'm super sold on it.
Yeah, so I've heard that ice baths need to be at different temperatures as well for men and women. So women don't need it to be as cold as what men do to get benefit from it short term. But also, like, it's an expensive process.
Yeah.
So you buy the kit, but it doesn't come with the ice.
Yeah.
So then you need to also go and purchase your bags of ice, which can be, depending on how cold you want it to be, $30 to $40. Even though, you can make ice at home, but you're never going to make enough.
No.
And then again, you use that ice and it lasts 10 minutes. And then the process is done, and then the next time you want to do it, you got to do the exact same thing again. So it becomes a costly exercise. I think in summertime, it's not a bad thing, because you're cooling down your body, because sometimes we get quite high in like blood and hot body and sweat body temperature, so cooling ourselves down that way can be beneficial, but
and I'm talking about them too in terms of specifically recovery. I do think that like cold plunges and ice baths are really good for overall health. They're really good for mental health.
Yes.
They actually have a lot of health benefits. Same with saunas as well, can be really, really good. So I have nothing against the use of them in terms of overall health. This is more for specific recovery. That if you're going to use them consistently, be aware that you might actually be blunting some of the inflammatory responses, which are good. So just talking about it from that perspective, if you are like backing up sessions and you need to cool down your core body temperature, then of course. But I'm not overly sold on it. And the reason also I'm not sold on it is I feel like people do that. They'll go to the shops, buy the ice, they'll set it all up, do everything. It's like, but in that time you could have either just sat down and had a nap, which we know is really good. You could have made yourself a really nutrient dense recovery meal, or you could have done some meditation, or you could have just eaten and slept in that time, which is so much better, and it's free. Well, you got to buy the food, but your good old recovery methods are protein and carbohydrates. And even now, it doesn't need to be straight away after your workout, but you do need to have it, relatively close
within I think it's 30 to 60 minutes. The window's moved quite a lot from where it was. Yeah,
it has moved a lot. And I always say to people, like, look, just have it. Like, when you can, just make sure you're getting that in.
Yeah.
And it's your combination of your protein and your carbs. So that 3-to-1 ratio generally is what you're after. And you generally need 20 to even 40 grams of protein in that meal. Casein protein at nighttime can help recovery. Like, that's one of the biggest things, having 40 grams of that at nighttime will help your recovery overnight.
Yeah, and your body heals when it's in its deepest sleep.
Exactly, and then you give it the right nutrients to heal, so enough calories, enough protein, then you're actually going to recover faster, and that's so much better than all these other things like even like people say to me, what about Normatex or like the floaty boots?
Yes.
And I'm like, I like them. There's nothing wrong with them. But again, it's because they force you to sit down. Yes, they help a bit of blood flow, but you could do that free with other things as well.
And it's expensive. They're not cheap.
So expensive.
Yeah, I mean, my advice would be, if you want to do something like that, maybe ask your gym if they've got something that you can borrow, or if that's a service that they offer.
Or go halves with a mate or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about like, what are they? The altitude tents.
Oh, they're kind of more for performance, even though it's the like
because they're increasing blood flow and oxygen as well.
Yeah.
So some people I've seen use them as like a recovery tool.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of people use them like at nighttime, so they'll like train low, sleep high, so like sleeping at high altitude to get the adaptations, and it's kind of generally a little bit more for performance side of things.
Okay.
But you don't want it to interfere with your sleep.
No.
Right? Like,
well, you'd have a motor there running.
Yeah.
So it would not be ideal for trying to get to sleep. You'd be sitting there thinking forever.
I am throwing Nick in the deep end here. Again, in the deep end, in the crapper. Because every time, I'm sorry, Nick, but this stories need to be shared. He got an altitude tent.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Kate, I'm going to get an altitude tent for performance. And I'm like, okay, awesome. In my mind, I was like, sweet, I'll perform better too.
Yeah.
Thinking it's for the bedroom. So I'm like, awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. So he goes and gets one, brings it home, unboxes it, and it's a single one for his head. Okay?
Wait, was it in the shape of a tent?
No, it was a box.
Okay.
So I'm going to paint the picture here because this is really what happened. So a box, like, I don't know, the box must have been, I'm guessing, like maybe a meter by a meter.
Okay.
Kind of box. With a huge ass pump, obviously. And so the tent literally goes just over his head, so kind of down to his chest.
Yeah.
And it's quite loose. I was like, I just don't know how much that air is in there. Anyway, so it's just over him. So we're still in bed together, in our king bed.
And you're looking at a box.
And I'm looking at a semi-transparent box of pumping air in. So the motor is on the outside, so it goes, and then the tent goes, like every 10 seconds. So literally it's like 8 seconds of okay. He can't hear it because he's in the tent. So only I hear the shitty noise on the outside.
Sleeping on the couch.
I'm sleeping next to him, and then I've rolled over and he's like, don't move because you're flapping the tent and I'm losing my benefits. And I'm like, what? So I'm sleeping on the side listening to this bad noise. And let me be clear, this was like, I think a month after our wedding.
Oh my God.
So we're meant to be in our honeymoon phase.
Definitely
like,
not honeymoon.
cannot touch my husband, can't do anything right. And I'm just hearing this vibrating weird tent thing going on, and I'm getting real grumpy because he did this for like, I think it was 4 weeks even, maybe longer. A long time.
Like you're in a hospital consistently with like all those noises going on
weird
around you.
noises. I hated it. And then he went and did his first race after doing this, and he did not do well.
Oh.
I was like, Nick, you better go and win. He did not win.
I'd be like returning that tent like ASAP.
After that, I was like, yeah, you're getting rid of the tent.
Do they have a disclaimer on the box? Like, does not necessarily enhance performance.
Does not translate. I was so salty about it.
The reason I brought up the tents is because I've seen influencers on Instagram promoting them as a recovery tool.
Oh.
And this is why I don't always trust what you see online because, like you said, more of a performance, not recovery.
And you need to have like proper protocols for it as well.
Yeah.
Like it's not just as easy as just like people do their training in it, and I'm like, no, it's not enough of a stimulus. Like it's not really going to help. So don't believe those things. In fact, like pretty much busting out all the recovery things right now. Nothing works as good as sleep, okay? Which you and I were just talking about before, how impacted our sleep is with kids.
Yes.
So sleep is really your fundamental part of recovery. Of course, like your approximate 8 hours of sleep a night. So easy for me to say that sitting here. Don't worry, anyone listening, if you go, I don't get those 8 hours, I guarantee you I have not slept 8 hours in a night for a very long time. But that is key. So if you can prioritize that, do.
Yeah.
And that means setting up your sleep environment as well. So like removing bright lights, TV before bed, phone before bed, those kind of things are generally like a no. Try and shut them off before, or at least get like the filters on your phone if you are going to be on your phone.
Yeah.
And actually like your ideal sleeping conditions is like 16 degrees. So it's quite cool. Now that obviously varies for everyone depending on their comfort, but that actually is really good for sleep.
Yeah.
Like airflow, just keeping nice conditions. So it's sleep, eat, like I said, carbohydrates, protein,
Yeah.
obviously healthy fats as well. So it's just getting those things in and getting enough of them.
It in.
So if you have big training days, you need to eat more to recover.
When I have training on a Saturday and my sessions are slightly of a bigger volume because they might be more specific to an event coming up, I always put a note on Facebook or like directly to them saying, please bring a snack for after, because it's that period of when they're sitting in the car, get home, then if they've got other things going on at home, like kids or pets, your mind just becomes really distracted, and it could be like an hour to 2 until you actually put something good inside. So just bring something simple like a muesli bar that's like got protein in it, like a nut bar or something like that. Because, carbs, oils,
exactly,
fats, protein, and like even a protein shake.
Yes. People are so against protein shakes. I'm like, why? Like, yes, of course, real food first. Yes. But that's not always the situation.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Like you want to make sure
you can't put a tub of Greek yogurt in your car and leave it in summer and go for a run. Man,
No.
you give yourself like serious health issues. Like, like having, like there's even protein water now. So if you can't stomach a creamy drink after training, get a protein water.
And like you just have powder and the water, and the water can be at room temperature. It doesn't matter, like it's
exactly
what it's designed to do. So
I did that all the time in the heat when we were away, because it's just, you need something to cool down.
Well, you're rehydrating as well.
Exactly. And so like they really are the key, is like that getting in your nutrients. And then, like I said, the casein protein in particular at nighttime can be really, really helpful. There's a lot of evidence to back that up. Making sure you're getting in adequate carbs and protein, like overall. Sleep. And then it's, the rest of it is like what we touched on. Our first ever proper episode was like mindset. And just looking after your stress levels and trying to manage those. Now, I always say to people, no one ever stressed less from me saying, well, just stress less. Like, no, it ain't that easy. And there are things in life that happen, but I think that if you can manage those, your recovery will accelerate hugely. So really, outside of those things, I mean, I hope I'm not missing anything kind of fundamentally here, but
talking about like reducing your stress, it is hard when somebody tells you to do that. There's a really good book that I'm reading at the moment, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard of, but it's called Let Them. Yeah. And that's kind of helped me remove some of those stresses or anxieties that I've had around certain situations, and just even changing those little things makes a big difference.
Well, even like, for example, every time we publish an episode, I'm like, oh, how's it going to go? Or I get a bit stressed. I'm like, what if someone doesn't like this or like that? And that would stress me out. And it's like, let them, it's like, oh, okay.
Let them. Like, that's what they think. Yeah. Cool. Like,
sorry, this is
you don't want to be here listening to us, and that is okay.
Yes, like, that's cool. We think we're funny. But yeah, that is doing things like that, sitting down and reading a book, which I know you're not exactly a lady of leisure. Like, you got very little time. But spending your time focusing on that is actually so good for your recovery.
100%.
Like,
it occupies you. Forces you to sit down. You can't read a book. Well, you can read a book standing up or walking around, but it's not ideal.
But I think these things are like super unsexy, and they don't sell. Right? No one makes money. Well, actually, there's a lot of companies that make money from good sleep, mattress companies, all that kind of stuff, really. You can market that quite well, I guess. Same with protein and carbs. So, yes, okay, you can monetize them. But, like, there's not, when it comes to selling a recovery tool, they're not overly marketable. Like, there's, supplements that could help you sleep and stuff, of course. But sleep in itself, like, no one makes money from saying just sleep more or get better quality sleep. So therefore, like, it's not put in your face all the time, unless you get real honest people who go, look, don't buy into this stuff. You just got to sleep well. Same with like, look, you just need enough calories. Like I said, there are so many supplements and stuff, which a lot of them are really good, but there's not one thing that, look guys, you just need to eat a little more. That's not marketable or sellable from just an overall recovery perspective. And same from mindset. It's like, well, if we just help manage your stress, you will actually recover better. Again, there's lots of companies and stuff that specialize in it, but actually just selling that overall image
it's hard.
It's not sexy. Like
No.
it's back to basics. But selling recovery tights that look really nice is so much easier.
Yes.
Selling Normatex, so much easier. Selling infrared saunas, which I do love, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Love me a sauna. And like I said, they're really good for overall health. But all this kind of stuff is like, you know, maybe if you were elite and you were like, I need 30 seconds more or less.
Yeah.
Then you can look at them if you're doing everything else right.
Yes.
Then do them.
Yeah.
But then you probably got your own masseuse.
That's it. If
And
you're at that elite level, they're going to have all of that there for you.
Like
Yeah.
Williams with her chef. Oh!
Togi had his own personal chef at Sydney Marathon.
So cool.
Yeah.
So he's doing the fundamentals right.
Yeah.
He got himself a chef.
Got somebody else doing the hard work for him.
That's
cool.
cool.
Isn't that cool? I don't know where his chef came from, but
That's really
he had his
cool.
own chef cooking him his food.
But you know what? If I was like a well-known athlete and if I had the funds, I would definitely invest my money in a chef. But I love cooking.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can I cook with you?
I would invest my money in a chauffeur.
Yes.
I hate driving. If I ever won money, I'd be like, I need a chauffeur
For
because
everything.
I'm just not driving anywhere.
Like then you could sleep in the back of the car.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly right. Just be comfortable. But one thing that I can't live without that helps with my recovery for my sleep is eye mask.
Really?
I'm somebody that needs to have the room completely dark, and I love the feeling of the pressure around my eyes. So I have bought into those Mantra eye masks.
Is that a heavy one, a weighted one?
They're a little bit weighted. There's like, they have, I think, 5 or 6 different variations. They've got ones that play music, which I think that's probably more of a gimmick because you don't want to fall asleep with like, you know, all that going on around near your head. But yeah, I just use it because one, it makes everything dark and I'm really light sensitive. So if I wake up and it's bright, I'm not falling back to sleep. So I've invested in that as part of my recovery.
Super interesting. I'm definitely light sensitive as well.
Yeah.
Like Nick likes to fall asleep to something on TV, which I don't mind the sound, but I hate bright screens.
Yeah.
Like I'm always saying to him, can you turn the brightness down? Turn this down. Like it's just too much. But I saw weighted eye masks.
Okay.
And even like I like the thought of a weighted blanket as well.
Yeah.
But I do get too hot. But
Yes.
I like the thought it's like someone giving me a hug.
Yeah.
I don't know I got Nick, but like
It's not the same as
it's
a
not the
blanket.
same.
Yeah, so that's something that I've invested in for my own recovery.
Do you feel like it helps?
Oh, 100%. If I didn't have them, I wouldn't fall asleep and I'd just be up all night because any bit of light coming through the window or even early morning when the sun starts to come up earlier in summer, like game over.
Super interesting.
Yeah, and with kids, obviously, like,
Yeah. See, Kai would come into my room and rip my eye mask off me.
Dean, actually, so I've got 2, and Dean has decided that the older version, because I've upgraded to a newer one, is his, and Matt hates it. Matt calls them bug eyes. He's like, oh, there's 2 of you now. He's like, get those off. You don't need those.
Why does he hate them?
Because he thinks they look like bug eyes.
Oh, so they like creep him out.
Yeah, and so to like make it even funnier, I take it on the aeroplane with me. And like most people just wear those like satin or cotton ones on the plane. And I've got this big ass like Mantra one and it's bright pink because I love pink.
Love it.
Yeah, Matt gets so embarrassed when I pull that out on the plane.
We should definitely look on Temu for like eye masks that have like open eyes or something, like some real bad ones and freak him out.
I brought, because I love Temu, so I brought, before I got like my pink one, what I thought was going to be similar to what I already had, and it has gone into the bin. And I don't think I even wore it because it just was so disappointing when I opened up the packet.
Oh, you just like, no.
No, I was like, this is not what I was expecting. And like the quality was just, and it had like metal bits, and I'm like, that's going to poke me in the head. Like it just needs to be comfortable. So I spent the money on the real thing.
Yes, actually, do you know what I do now? That because I always get a sore back, like I've got endometriosis, and I just end up with either a sore back or pelvis generally at the end of every day.
Yeah.
So my routine when I go to bed, and this helps me sleep better too, and I swear it just helps my muscles relax, because heat is a really nice natural muscle relaxant. When I'm brushing my teeth, I put my heat pack in the microwave.
Yes.
I was about to say oven, definitely not the oven.
No.
In the microwave. And then I lay in bed, I have my heat pack on my back, and it's like my comfort thing, and I swear that helps me sleep.
Yeah.
I probably can't do that in summer, but it's just the thing that is
Gets
like...
you to sleep.
Yes.
Helps you
calms
start
my
to recover.
muscles. Yeah. And like just, it's like the stimulus for me. Okay, Kate, bedtime.
Yes.
I love it.
The biggest thing as well that I notice in athletes, this is just to change the subject completely because it just popped into my head, is recovering after being sick. So having a cold, okay, you're recovering from your cold, you start to train, but then you need to like recover from that on top of what's already going on.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for being sick and recovering?
You just have to, it sounds cliche, but you got to listen to your body.
Yeah.
And nutrients, like lots of like juice, your orange juice, just build up that vegetables, good quality fruits, like you really, and just rest. In that case, I'm like, you just gotta rest. I know so many athletes that like hero their way through sessions. I've been guilty of it before. I've been sick. I'd signed up for a race overseas, and I just had a huge conference on, got back from that, and it was kind of like my body was just like, ugh. And I knew I was starting to get sick, and I pushed through a huge ride. I ran myself on the ground so much I couldn't race.
It doesn't benefit you whatsoever, does it?
Nah, and I learnt my lesson so hard because I still paid for the trip. I still went on the trip. I didn't get to race. And now I just remember thinking, if I didn't do that, I probably would have been able to race. It was just silly. And it's the advice I would give anyone, don't do that.
Yeah.
And I did it, and I was just like, what an idiot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just need to just literally rest.
I think pre-kids, I'm guilty to pushing my body to the limits and training when I'm sick and not recovering and having days off because you feel guilty for having a day off. But now that I've got like kids in my life, if I'm sick, I'm like, rest until you're better.
Yes, exactly, because you can't only not train and you can't mum and you can't work and you can't do anything, and you're like, oh, now I've done a doozy on the whole family.
Yeah. I have a young boy that I coach, and he was sick, and I was like, you know what, just take the whole week off.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you. He still has to go to school, so he's still, active in that way, and his mind's still active in that way, and he probably has school sports that he still needs to participate in, so there's his form of exercise. But in terms of like outside of that, like what I can control is telling him to rest.
Yeah.
And if I'm giving that advice, like,
one thing I wanted to quickly touch on was recovery runs.
Yes.
Are not recovery runs.
I saw you did a post a little while back about this, and I found it really interesting.
I did. So I have always had this dig with the term recovery run. So it's more the terminology I think that I have a dig with.
Yeah.
That the word running and recovery shouldn't be in the same sentence, because when you running is so hard on the body. Even when you run easy, you're still getting like 6 or 7 times your body weight going through one leg. The load on the your tendons don't take a break, your bones don't take a break just because you're running slowly. They still get the load.
Your organs are still like working just as hard.
Yep, exactly. Like it's the goal. Well, first of all, you need to think about what recovery is, and the goal is to bring your body back to homeostasis, so back to its normal point. And when you do a run, you are creating bone remodeling, collagen synthesis. All these processes go on anytime you go for a run. Well, they also need that downtime to adapt. So if your goal of recovery is to allow that adaptation, and then you've gone for a run, even if it is so easy, it is still impact, and you are hindering recovery. You're not flushing out lactate. Lactate naturally flushes out itself. In fact, within like 60 minutes after exercise. Or if you really want to feel like you're flushing it out, go for a non-impact exercise, like a spin out on a bike, or so there's that aspect of it. Or people go, oh, I just feel better for it. I'm like, I know you do, like, because you love running and you're
getting the
endorphins. Yeah, of course you're going to feel better. Of course you're going to feel looser. But that's a sensation and a perception. You're not actually doing any better for your body. Yeah. Mentally is different to physiologically, and you got to find something else that's going to give you that little endorphin rush. Yeah. Or you need to come to terms with, today I'm not going to get that endorphin rush, and shift your focus somewhere else, because recovery runs, not a thing. They just need to be termed easy runs.
Yes.
Like, that's what they are. It's like, I don't have an issue with people doing it, but it's not going to accelerate recovery. Yeah. It, in fact, will hinder it. So that was something I wanted to... So you can tell I'm quite passionate about. Yes. I wanted to put my little 2 cents in on that one.
So recovering after a marathon, how many days would you prescribe they rest for?
This is such a good question, because there are studies that show that after a marathon or an Ironman triathlon, the inflammatory markers in your body is the same as like a trauma that presents to ED. So it's huge. And I'm like, well, I generally would say to any recreational runner, like 5 to 7 days off running, completely off.
I agree.
Running.
Yeah.
Like, just don't run. Like, you just did a marathon at
you
a
deserve
hard pace.
A break.
Let your body recoup.
Yeah.
Like, my general kind of rule, especially if it's someone's first marathon, is like a minimum of 7 days.
Yeah.
Like, of just no running.
Yeah.
Like, just do something else. You can go for a walk, but no running.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
So years ago when I first got into coaching, I read that for every mile that you run, you should have a day recovery. Now, that's 26 days. Not every runner is going to be able to mentally do that. So then you need to take it back and think about the athlete individually. So for clients that have done 1 or 2 marathons, I might give them sort of, like 7 to 10 days rest. Those that have done marathons previously and are quite conditioned to doing that and putting their body through that stress might be a little bit less. But I don't prescribe consecutive days in a row. There's always still a break in between.
Yeah.
For myself, I love being able to just have a rest and not do anything for 7 days. But my body, I just feel like by that 5th day, I need to move it.
Yeah.
And it's just to get everything working and flowing again, because the marathon takes so much out of you. You deplete your body so much that I just need to get everything in order again. And it's not for the way I look, it's just to clear my own head as well.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people suffer, especially after a marathon, is constipation.
Yeah.
Because you've depleted your body.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily feel like eating after a marathon, or your eating habits change a few days later.
Your gut's still recovering.
Exactly. So for me, I do that just to get my body moving
again. Yeah, and it's interesting you said that for every mile the day off. This is grounded in some research, and it's now kind of like, okay, look, they're not going to have a day off, but it should then be until you do any form of intensity.
Oh, I would never prescribe an interval session or a training session for the first 2 weeks.
But I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
Or like, ooh. And looks, again, disclaimer on everything, that this is, not everyone is going to fit into the guidelines that we're talking about. Everyone is different. Like, I'm completely different from Rochelle. Yeah. So everyone is different, but you can take what we're saying and apply it. Like, there are people who can back up, even like multiple marathon races in a month. And I'm like, holy Julie, I personally couldn't, but some people can. Yeah. But then they'll need a longer bit of recovery after that, or they've been running for a very, very long time.
That's like that Japanese runner, Yuki Kawauchi. He runs a marathon nearly every single weekend. Like, he travels the world and he still works full time back in Japan. So I'm sure he's got a really good routine, but in terms of performance, he's never going to improve.
Well, do you know what? I was surprised when we had Phil on here. Yeah. And he said he went for a He went for a run the day after he finished. I was like, what? You just ran like almost 800K.
I know, just like,
and he went for a 5K jog. I was like, stop it.
Shout out to Phil though. I did see that he did parkrun over the weekend, which he doesn't do very often because he's doing other events. And he ran like a 17-minute park run.
I was going to say, was it like a 17:08 or something?
Like, 3:35 pace, I think it was. And I was like, I would only dream to be able to run that fast again.
It's just crazy.
And he just pulls it out of nowhere.
I know. I'm like, wow.
Good on
Wow.
you, Phil, if you're listening.
I know.
Like, hats off to you. That's impressive.
Just when we thought we could be any more impressed, there it is. Love it. All right. So any other little take homes for anyone listening?
In terms of recovery, like, don't buy into what you necessarily see on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Just do what you can within your means. So if you can't spend money on, fancy protein powders, just eat the right foods. Go back to basics.
Yes.
Healthy. Nutritious.
I'm going to get this. It's called like milk powder. I don't know. I'm lactose intolerant.
Yes.
Milk revolts me. I think it's the most putrid thing in the world. But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It is just like, if I got the name right,
Yes, milk powder. Yeah, they used to use it back in like the early years when milk wasn't as easy to access.
That, if you get the dosage right, is really, really good for instead of protein.
Yeah.
It's way cheaper.
Absolutely.
So,
my grandma taught me a really cool trick. Sorry to go off topic. When I was younger, she would use that in her pancakes to boost the nutrition. So instead of like just using cow's milk, she would use water and then she would boost it up with the milk powder.
Because you can buy like protein pancake mix. I bet you that's what
It's
it
exactly
is.
the same.
Hey,
Exactly the
there you go,
same.
listeners. Stick with us. You get cheap and nasty clothes. And cheap and nasty pancakes.
You'll be rich in no time.
But you will have money in the bank account.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which you can then spend on race shoes and race entries.
That's it, exactly. Talking about race entries.
Oh, I know what you were going to say.
Have you done yours?
Well, no, because it's US time. So
That's
it
right,
must
we're living
open like 10 o'clock tonight. Are you going to sign up with
I'm
me?
going to sign up.
Yes!
We
oh
are
my
living in the
gosh.
future, so...
100%. Okay, yeah, anyone, we didn't actually say what we're signing up for. Boston entries.
Marathon.
Oh, and do you know what? My friend Zoe, that was my running friend in Seychelles, she just ran a marathon in Chicago yesterday,
Cool.
which is like the biggest Boston qualifier kind of race in the US for this time, because they run it the weekend before Boston entries open. So she had to run a sub 3:25 and she did a 3:19.
So cool.
So well done, Zoe. I got to give her a shout out. So I'm really hoping like there'll be a girl gang there.
That
My
would be
friend
amazing.
Karen, hopefully she's throwing her hat in the ring. She lives in the US.
We can do maybe like a Runversation training program and guide to
Stop
get
it.
you the best result possible on the day.
And
If we get in. We have to get in
Yeah,
first.
hang on. Well, you'll definitely get in. Let's hope. It's,
Yes,
you know,
because the younger you are, the harder it is to get in. And now I'm a little bit
Yes.
older than you. So my qualifying time was 3 hours 25.
No, so I'm the same.
Are you the same?
Yeah, because it's 18 to 39.
Oh.
Wait, yeah.
I was reading, I don't you can't use my phone to look at it, but yeah, I thought yours was a lot faster.
Oh, Scheiße, I hope not. No.
No, but you were still within the means.
Oh, I really hope it's okay. Hang on, everybody. I have to check this.
It's on the BAA.
Yes, BAA. Okay. Qualifying. So female. Everybody, I'm 34. Qualifier times. Oh no, this is making me real nervous now.
Oh gosh.
Okay, hang on. All right, here we go. 18 to 34 is women. 18 to 34 is still a 3:25.
Okay, you're safe. Because they did change them.
They did.
Let's confirm 35.
Well, hang on. What's yours then? Is yours slower?
I think so.
Than
35
mine.
to 39. Is that the next age category?
It must be.
Because I'm not in the world majors for like age group yet because I'm not quite that old.
So you're 35 to what?
39.
39. Okay.
This is live.
But yours is 3:30.
Yeah, so there you go. 5 minutes slower.
Oh, I needed the 5-minute buffer, not you.
So going off my Sydney time that I ran, I did 3:04 or something.
So you would be a shoo-in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully I will be as well. But we will find out, start of
Yes.
October, isn't it, that you
Yes.
find out. So yeah, we can...
We'll keep you updated.
We'll keep you updated with the things open, like today. And we will all throw our hat in the ring. Hopefully we'll have a really good gang of people there.
I'm crossing my fingers and my toes.
Oh my goodness, I know.
Yeah, and Cape Town will be my second try if I don't get into Boston.
Okay, cool. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll make that mine as well then,
Yeah.
if I don't get in.
That would be so amazing.
And it will be Runversation on tour.
Absolutely. Oh my God, we would have so much fun.
It will be. Watch out, America.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kate and Michelle are coming.
Exactly. Make sure you tune in to wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Apple, Spotify, or even if you like watching on YouTube, make sure you click the little bell at the top so you're subscribing and you get notifications when we have uploaded. But thank you, Kate, for my beautiful Temu outfit.
Oh, well, thank you, Rochelle. I am ecstatic.
I'm going to do all my recovery on the couch in my onesie.
Yes, absolutely. Love it. All right, we'll see you next time.
Keep the Runversation going.